Word 4. The death of the gods. In every land through which I travelled, in front of temples I would pitch my tent. I visited a host of churches. To mosques and monasteries I went. With all the faiths I had sharp argument, with Christian and with Levite. I entered a basilica at dawning, a cloister or a hermitage at night, and everywhere, from old Hellenic ruins to pagodas in their eastern ostentation, I sampled, unabashed, and bruised the petals of every sacred rose of adoration. Yet I remained a stranger and unslaved by reverence for prayer, vow, or ritual. In me behold the prophet of the godless, with my own life for miracle. Once only, it was in the city, have I been shaken by a sacred awe, and it was you who stirred it in me, O dishevelled gypsy woman, running crazed through street and alley, with a pack of yelping curs before, and behind a swarm of brats to stone you, and a mob's pursuing roar. What accursed hour begot you? From what womb accursed were you born? Gypsy witch, of all earth the outcast, faithless Sibyl, prey to every scorn. As you ran I heard you screaming hoarsely. I never can forget that yell. Bring me fire to burn down heaven, water to extinguish hell. Stately pageant of the gods whom I deny, more majestic here I stand, calmly watching you pass by. As I ride through forest glade, or along a wooded track, or past hedgerow, copse and grove, on my rapid mule bareback, all the holm oaks and the elms, right and left the firs and pines, all the trees too seem to race, like swift horses in long lines. They slip past like flying birds, they appear and then they all vanish like wind-footed deer startled by a sudden squall. Puzzle if you wish the mind, play a trick upon the eye. There are no wind-footed deer, racing horses, birds that fly. It is I who race, not you. You are all deep-rooted, bound. Each time I rein in my mule, you are all chained to the ground. Of the everlasting gods, pomps and arrogant parades, where and how and if you be, you are but the shades of shades. O you phantoms of deceit, gods you no longer count. From the moment that a man dares before you to dismount, and behold you standing still like an oak or pine may stand, he perceives he holds you now in the hollow of his hand. Should he see then that you hide from his eyes the world around, and the vision of the skies, he will fell you to the ground. Should he see too that you mask from his gaze the morning sun, he will bear you to his hearth and burn you one by one. No beginning and no end ever fenced my thought around, and of nothingness I am the announcer, free, unbound. I am he who quells the why, to the cause I give no heed, ever like a riderless, wind-devouring desert steed. Never from my eyes or lips has a bolt of blasphemy been towards you hurled, O God, whosoever you may be. At no moment have I felt for you anger, love, dismay. Who attacks that which is not, fears what he cannot portray. I can no more nail on you any thought of mine, O God, than attempt to cross the sea on my own 2 feet dry-shod. Never have I said a prayer, by your shadow's might oppressed, nor in terror bound myself to any heaven of the blessed. In the tongue inherited, where, when, how, by me of old, valued like a relic wrapped in a tattered purple fold, and in that new tongue which I have rewoven from the best of the countless golden words garnered from both east and west, one deceptive word alone, prayer, never once appears. O seers, temples, idols, O idols, temples, seers. Distant from you, where I trod, from my footprints there was born the enchanted herb of fate, blossom of a future dawn. From my footprints it arose, herb that ransoms and redeems. In the wilderness it bloomed from my lifeblood and my dreams. Bloomed the resurrection tree. When will come the hour, when from deserts it will spread into peopled lands to tower, that the whole world may rejoice, plucking each victorious flower, breathing in its vital balm? When will come the hour, Oh, the deep ecstatic breath, oh, the cry of victory after eons of constraint, after chains of slavery. On that day when man will draw corals first brought up to view, things of beauty from the deep, virgin, roseate and new, and the sky no longer poised like a nightmare of the soul, looms once more an unconcerned, boundless void from pole to pole. But if destiny doomed man to await for long your day, O sweet legendary flower, and meanwhile to make his way, wasting all his frankincense on the gods' phantasmal crowd, and his powers worshipping at the feet of idols bowed, and if prophets still extol all those gods and their decrees, and if artists labour still on their carven effigies, I am now the prophet, I, who has come here to forecast nothingness as God and King for all time to be and past. I am the artist who has come without love and without hate in the temple shrine, O man, of your false dreams to create a monstrous effigy of nothing, with the faiths of all the earth, a monster to excite your fear, and with it all your mirth.